Hello, my name is Jan Quintus and I'm publishing a new fly every month on my website www.meckejang.lu. You see it there.
The fly of the month of September 2016 is a blue Damsell fly. To tie this fly we will use a Tiemco 206 BL in size 10 up to 14, a black medium tying thread. The extended body and the body cover will be made with blue polycelone or foam. For the wings we will use white CDC, and the dubbing of the body will be made with dark CDC. In addition we will need a black permanent pen. First we will cut out or die out a piece of foam as shown here in the picture. Then we will mark with a permanent black marker a few segments on this extended body.
Melt with the sun, and I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. But fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well a while, and I will come.
The next step in the operation will consist in preparing the dark CDC dubbing, which we will use to dub the body of the fly.
That's newly sprung in June. My love is like a melody that's sweetly played in tune. As fair thou art, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I, and I will love thee still, my dear.
Now we can start with our fly. First we will tie in the thread at the eye of the hook and wind it in close turns to the beginning of the curvature of the hook. Here we will cut off the excess of the tying thread . And then wind the thread back to the center of the hook shank. The wings will be made with white CDC feathers. We strip back the feather tips on the of one feather . Hold them, tie in the feather with a few turns . And then we will cut off the excess of the feather . To create the wings, we will pull the first free feather tip along the quill of the feather on one side, this will make the first wing. And identically we will do it on the other side of the feather. The first three feather tip will be pulled along the stem of the feather. Then we can cut out the quill and cut off the two remaining tips of the feather that we used to pull it along the quill. With this operation we've created two identical wings which we can lift with a few additional turns in front of the feather. In the same way we will prepare the second pair of wings, but here we will tie in the feather in the opposite direction. That means with the tip of the feather facing to the point of the hook. First we'll prepare the feather, then we will tie it in at the same spot where we've tied in the first feather. Secure it with a few turns, pull a little bit on it to get it straight, secure it with another few turns, cut off the excess of the feather, be careful not to cut the already tied in wings. Lift the feather and take the first free feather tip to pull it along the quill of the feather. Down to the hook shank, and the same operation will be done on the other side. Cut out the quill of the feather, wind 2 or 3 turns of thread behind the two wings, align them a little bit, after that we can now tie in the extended body which we had prepared already. Well, it might turn around, but we can bring it back into its position just by turning it upwards again. It's best to make a few additional turns in front of the body cover, because now we will pull on the thread to split it. To split the thread, we will use 2 needles which we will run alternatively over or under the thread to get out the twist of the thread. Using the needles, we will move them as shown here, and you will see that the twist is going out of the thread. It flattens more and more on the needle. When the twist is removed, we just take the second needle and punch it in the center, and the thread is split. Now we can insert into this split thread the black or dark CDC dubbing that we have prepared earlier. Move it a little bit upwards. And then just by rotating the bobbin, we will secure the CDC dubbing in the split thread. When the dubbing is secured in the thread, we will wind the body of the fly just by winding this dub thread to the front of the fly. First behind the first two wings, then in between the two wing pairs. And finally, one or two turns in front of the wing pairs. Now we will flip the body cover to the front of the hook, close to the eye. Tie off the foam strip. Push it back a little bit and run a few turns in front of this foam strip just behind the eye of the hook. Whip finish. Cut off the thread. And readjust the position of the wings.
You can download the detailed tying instructions for this fly and for all the previous ones on my website www.meckejang.lu. Leave a message in a guest book with your email address and I will send you a mail every time a new fly is published. See you in tight lines.